With the USA Championships now done, we know who the women of Team USA actually are in the short sprints. In the 100 and the 200, we have a lot of the same usual suspects. But remember, when it comes to the relay, there are additional people who come with them in the pool. Now, Sha'Carri Richardson didn't run all the rounds yet of the 100. She didn't make the 200-meter final, but she was close to it. But she's been overcoming injury and getting in form, so she'll be at the Worlds. We know that she's going to be running the 100, and that actually should not factor into her ability to run the prelim and the final for the 4x1. So, with that in mind, and all the other women who are coming with her, I mean, because to be real, the pool of people you have who are going to Tokyo, all of them are like inside who ran in the Olympic race we just saw, the one that got gold in 2024. They're all coming back. They're all going to be there. So
Hmm.
you could just run it back in theory.
Yeah, in theory.
At least in the final, you could just run it
Yeah.
back. So what are we expecting from the women of Team USA? Because we saw gold in 2024, gold in 2023, gold in 2022, right? So
Yep.
we're riding on the three-peat if you want to put World and Olympics on the same stage, which they're not. So if that is the case, then what is the expectation for 2025? Because even though we have a new relay coach, we got the same players.
We got the same players. So I like what you said specifically about Sha'Carri first, where even though she didn't run at USA's, she has a wild card in the 100. So she's focused on running the 100 at Worlds, and she could be on that relay. Now, I know there's questions about Sha'Carri Richardson. She hasn't been, the athlete we saw last year, or of course in 2023. She's not running that fast. We know she had some injury early this season. So there's question marks there. But for me personally, I feel that Sha'Carri there's nothing to tell me that she won't be showing up the best that she can be at the World Championships. Until I see otherwise, I'm going to assume that Sha'Carri is going to, get into good form. Whether that's, the 10-6 form that she's shown before, I don't know. But I'm still keeping at least Sha'Carri. I feel like she should be on this relay. Now, we have a ton of other athletes, like you said. I wonder, we could kind of game out what we saw at the Olympics. So Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, she ran the first leg. TT Terry ran the second leg. Gabby Thomas ran the third leg, and Sha'Carri ran the anchor leg. And they ran that exact team from the heats and into the finals, and they won the gold medal. All of these women are going to be at the World Championships, but do we think they should keep that same team, or should we add some of the other players like a Kayla White and Aaliyah Hobbs, who made the 100-meter team now? You even have like a Navia Battle, who made the 200-meter team, and she's run 10-9 this year already as well. So I don't know if we should try and mix things up, or if we maybe should keep that same group that got the gold medal last year. Should we keep them together?
Well, I know you brought up in your video that Gabby Thomas
Hmm.
may end up running a 4x4.
Yes, that's
I
true.
mean, that might happen. But if you're asking me being selfish about the relay in the 4x1 for its own purposes, please just run it back with the same team. That's all. Let's just run it back. And the reason why is because that's what other nations do when they start beating us. They just
Yeah.
keep the same people. They don't keep playing hot potato like, oh, you hot right now. She might be hot right now, but this is a relay. It's different. So as a result, if you really gave us the same team, more or less 2 years, because see, 2023,
Hmm.
Tamari Davis was the leadoff, and Melissa
Yeah.
Jefferson-Wooden wasn't there.
Yeah. She ran in the heats, Melissa did, but then Tamari was running in the
Okay.
final. Yeah.
Yeah. So they switched out,
Yeah.
and everything else was the same.
Yeah. Gabby, or you had TT, Gabby, Sha'Carri.
Yeah.
That exact same three
If it ain't
from
broke, don't
2023 to
fix it. What
24.
are we doing?
That's fair.
I mean, we can talk about Aaliyah Hobbs and Kayla White, and we could do that. We could. But for what? Because here's the thing: if Gabby doesn't run, I'll tell you my argument already. Kayla White, you got Gabby's job done
I'm not mad at that.
because she ran third at World Relays. So there you go.
Yeah.
The exact same thing. Swap and go practice down at Star Athletics, get it right.
Not mad at that. So the question then is, well, okay, so actually thinking about the relay, if they did that, let's say Gab, okay, I guess this is the question. Let's say Gabby and Melissa and everybody, they're keeping the same team. It would be tricky because they don't have, similar to the men, Gabby and Melissa are running the 200. So they may not be running the heats. The schedules are
Yeah.
slightly different than the Olympics last year. So that means they would have to switch out not only the first leg, but also the third leg, which could be a little bit tricky
That makes it
if,
more dangerous.
yeah, which makes it more dangerous. And
That does.
yeah, so that's where I'm not 100% sure if we would see. That's where I lean more towards Gabby probably not running because of
It's
that
just easier
issue.
to just keep it
It's
where
just
it was.
easier to like keep her off and have her focus on the 4x4 so that we can keep more cohesion on the team. Because let's like it or not, yes, and you say it all the time. The USA women, they've got 3 consecutive gold medals, but in both of the last 2 years, 2023 and 2004, especially 2004, those handoffs are not great. Like
Oh, yeah,
they were
2024, yeah.
like last year between TT and Gabby in both rounds, and then also between Gabby and Sha'Carri, like Sha'Carri had to run people down. Let's not
Yeah.
forget that. She
But
had to
Gabby and
run.
Sha'Carri don't be having good baton passes in any of the years, the 2023
It's
or
true.
20. But so that's why I'm no
It,
longer see the difference with the women and the men is that the women, like, at the end of the day, the food gets cooked, the meal is there, and everybody
it's true.
eats. Like
It's true.
it be looking shaky.
It's
You
true.
might hear the smoke detector, but at the end of the day, the smoke gets cleared. Everything
Yeah,
is cooked and we eat. With the men, the whole house burned down.
I know it. Every
Like
year.
that's the difference. And I mean, not every year. It's just because they be on the way to burning it up, and then like that's what 2023 was. It was on the way to burning up, but they got the food on the table. But the women, I just at this point, I just expect the meal to get cooked. So now, but the thing is, it's because the same chef been in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm saying. When you start playing with that, y'all could act like the men real quick. Like don't fool yourself. But now now let's deal with the realm of reality for what you just said. Let's assume Gabby Thomas can't run in the prelim. Let's just assume that.
yeah,
And she didn't in 2023, and maybe that explains why it looked the way it did. And then let's assume that now
yeah.
Melissa can't do it either. So if that's the case, I mean, let's put ourselves in the driver's seat. What's the best course of action? Let's assume you're going to run the same team. How are we going to get you there?
So what I would likely do if I was the coach, I would do something similar to the USA has done it before where so Sha'Carri Richardson, she doesn't have to run the 200, but she's going to run anchor leg. You may also have Kayla White. Let's say she's going to run third leg. I would actually shift the relay slightly where you have in the heats, you have Kayla White passing to Sha'Carri, who then passes to 2 other athletes on the back end. Because you want to get some consistency there. And that may be it's tricky. It's tricky. I guess the problem is like first leg and third leg being taken out essentially messes up how the relay is going to run. And the reason I'm thinking about that is because in 2012 with the USA on the men's side, Trell Kimmins ran for in the final. Trell Kimmins ran the leadoff leg and he passed to Justin Gatlin. But in the heats, they had to do swap outs because of like Tyson Gay and Ryan Bailey. Like they weren't running in the heats. So what they did was they had Trell Kimmins run third leg and pass to Justin Gatlin on the anchor leg to keep the consistency of one guy running the curve and the final and still practice that handoff. So I'm trying to come up with something like that in my mind. But the problem is you're taking off like 2 middle or the first leg and then a middle leg in the heats. So it gets very tricky it's just tricky. I'm essentially leaning towards Gabby just not running the 4x1.
That's
And
fair. I mean,
yeah,
if you were to coach, I mean, look, if we're being honest, her talent is undeniable, but I actually think Kayla White could run that curve about the same, if not better.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like for in a relay, for what a relay actually is, I don't think it would make much of a difference in terms of the result. It's just that when it comes to continuity, again, you have a group that like they know they can run together because I mean, I'm gonna choose my words carefully on this. Everybody can't pass a stick. Everybody can't receive one. Everybody can't pass a stick to a specific person. Like,
Hmm.
things break down. So as a result, like for example, Tamari Davis, to me, she if she ain't running lead off, I almost don't want
Then
her running.
yeah, she's
Like,
first leg.
I feel like
That's
that's what it is.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like Aaliyah Hobbs. I mean, if you're gonna use her as a sub, which makes sense, theoretically speaking, But see, okay, because like, hmm, is there a world in which, well, yeah, there is. There is a world in which TT Terry doesn't run in the final, right? Because she didn't make the team open.
There is, but I personally would. She to
You,
me,
you
she needs to be in the.
personally, but I'm saying argumentatively, they're the world. New coach, new situation. They're the world in which because she technically didn't earn her way.
I would venture
You
to
could
say
argue
that
that.
I'd venture to say that TT Terry might be the best relay runner for the United States in a long time. Like close to not on talent and all that, but like close to Allison Felix, like in
The
terms of
skill of relay
consistency,
running. The skill
skill
of
of relay
relay
running.
running.
Because we've seen her run so many different legs. You don't hold off Jamaica in 2022 when they have the world champion in the 100, the world champion in the 200, the Olympic champion in the 100. You don't do that unless you're extremely skilled. And yes,
Yeah,
obviously
and
your
that was running with
team
a team where we did not have. We did not.
exactly
Did we have any medal? Who are our medalists that year?
in the 100 and the 200, none. We didn't win
My
a single
point.
medal.
We won no
So
medals and still got a gold. Like
exactly.
yeah, we pulled a Canada. Like we
Literally
pulled a Canada. Like that's what the Canadian men were doing. We got no medals. Don't even be putting people in the final, but we gonna beat all y'all.
exactly. And then considering what happened in 2023 and 2024, where the handoffs weren't that great, TT Terry, even we just saw at the World Relays where Kayla White handing off to TT Terry. Now, you can argue like who may have been at fault, but just my thought process is TT Terry is so consistent and her ability to make sure that she gets the baton or passes the baton off effectively. I think she needs to be in the heats and the finals. That's just my opinion, but I don't know.
Hey, I get it. I'm just saying there's an argument to you because here what I'm
It's
now trying to
true.
play with is how can I get the most continuity from round one to round two.
It's true. It's
That's the
true.
argument I'm trying to play with now. And if that's what we're doing, then the most continuity, I mean, these are the names that I guess you'd have to run. Let's just use the 100-meter ladies.
So you're just taking the top three from the 100 and then
No,
Sha'Carri?
take all the 100-meter
Oh,
ladies that we got plus plus TT Terry. That's your group.
wait,
Run with
wait,
those four.
wait. Okay. So, because that's,
TT Terry, Melissa
uh,
Jefferson-Wooden. Oh, wait a minute.
that's what
No,
I'm saying. Because
I take that back. I
Sha'Carri,
still got to drop somebody.
you have to drop somebody. Sha'Carri has a wild card. She just didn't
Yeah,
run in
yeah,
that
yeah,
final.
yeah. So, okay, Sha'Carri is one. That's your anchor.
Melissa,
And you
Melissa is
can't
on
not run
there.
Melissa. You can't
Yeah,
not.
she's
But she's not. But
exactly.
in theory, she won't be running in the prelim.
She
So let's
can't.
address
Yeah.
her later. Can we fill in a second and third leg we're comfortable with? Can we run Aaliyah Hobbs and Kayla White? In theory, we
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, definitely.
In theory, we could. So if that's the case, now who's running the first? I mean, are
Well,
you going to run? I mean, TT Terry, Tamari Davis. TT Terry technically beat her. So, I mean,
yeah. I mean,
like,
but if that's the if in theory, if you want to
because
go,
we giving TT Terry a legacy spot, and America don't believe in that. It's just that, like, am I wrong? America
y-
don't normally play that, but but she like, but we're, if I was the coach, yes, I would give it to her. But I know America has not moved like that. You got to run for those spots.
yeah. Yeah, oh, it's tricky. I guess, well, even I guess in 2023, we did see that Brittany Brown was on the 100-meter team, but she didn't run the relay. TT Terry finished fourth at USA's, but she was put on the final relay. So
Okay.
there's a world where, these things can happen. So let's if we use your team of like, or at least the example of Sha'Carri on anchor, Kayla on third, and then Aaliyah on first on second, then Tamari Davis should probably run first leg. That would be like the heats, and then you throw in Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, to replace
Yeah.
like Tamari Davis in theory. But
Yeah. What I really want is just keep the team from last year and sub out Gabby for Kayla White as needed and keep it moving.
yeah, I'm just not
That's what I want.
confident. I'm not confident that's gonna happen. I feel
Just give us the same
I
team.
was
TT Terry second, give me that team. Put a Sha'Carri on anchor, give me that team. Let Jefferson Wooden on leadoff, give me that team. And if we got to put Kayla White in as the third, there you go.
ooh, and
At
then
least three,
no,
because now three of those legs are going to run through the prelims with no concerns.
yeah,
They
yeah.
can train down at Star Athletics, no issue. That whole relay can train down at Star Athletics.
Well, yeah, actually,
The
literally,
whole
that
relay.
entire relay, they can start training tomorrow. Like literally, like
They might
if they
already
really
did.
wanted it to. But
So
I mean, listen, we don't know what's going on in the background in terms of like new coaches and all that. But like, I it'd be tricky to say that like Aaliyah Hobbs would not find a way onto that team, but I don't know. But granted, I have no idea. I have no
Well,
idea.
this is the mess that is like the prelim to final. The because again, at the end of the day, if we were a smaller nation, we would just tell you you got to run the prelim today. Get over it.
Yeah, you have no choice.
It's only so when we say you can't do it, the truth is it's America being soft.
Literally, we
Because in
see,
college and in high school,
and
you run a bunch of races and you deal with it.
you don't ask questions.
And these are
It's
supposed
just
to be the
yeah.
pros, the ones with the contracts.
I
And
know.
I get it, but I don't get it. Like I get it, I get it. They're the world out there, but when you're talking to people who ran at other levels, they're like, well, why can't y'all? So
Yep.
like, because it's not like they're on the track at the same time. It's
No.
just, scheduling wise, it's like, well, I don't want to shift my focus from here to here.
Yeah, but
So,
I mean, we see it at like obviously a different event, but we see Femke Bol go out there for Netherlands running the mixed 4x4, the 400 hurdles, the 4x4, and no questions asked. Like she's not out here complaining. Sure, she might have not gotten, the medal she wanted at the Olympics last year, but she's gonna do what she needs to do for her country.
but that's because
And
that's why. Because she's
yeah,
not in Team USA, they're not doing it for their country. Like, am I right? Americans don't care about track. Track and field fans in
yeah, I
America
see.
do,
Yeah,
but like it doesn't. It's not a sense of national pride. So they're doing it for themselves. They're doing it for USA Track and Field, maybe, but not USA. See, the Netherlands, they be doing it for the Netherlands, do it for the culture. It's different. So as a result, like even Canada, like again, they got guys who ain't nowhere near fast enough to run for America's team. Like most of their, how many years did they have a guy on their relay not named Andre de Grasse who would have ever been running in an Olympic Games in the
no,
100 or 200?
they'll not name Andre or Aaron Brown. Like those are
Yeah.
the only
And
two
Aaron
guys who
Brown
have.
had his years where he was in his bag. You mean like, but I'm saying like in general,
Yeah,
when it comes to like representing Team USA, like, but even then, like there are years when Aaron Brown, like even this year, Aaron Brown would not be representing Team USA.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Even
it's
this
true.
year, like the Canadian national champion in the 200, Jerome Blake, as great as he ran, 1995 is fast. And then you see what
But
they did at the USA trials.
I was gonna say we just saw Ronnie Baker run 992 and finish way down the pack.
Yeah. So
So
like on 100, 200. So, I mean, hey, with all this saying said, I mean, the last thing we got to say is for the women then, because we know what happened at World Relays.
yeah,
I mean, who got the victory
I mean
when the dust settled?
it was Great Britain, right? I think yeah, Great Britain
It was
or
wasn't it Great Britain, Spain, Jamaica, USA?
yeah, Great Britain, Spain, Jamaica, USA. So
So all this USA talk, and at the end of the day, that thing could still go left.
it
Because
can, it can. I mean, it hinges on
now,
it
granted,
really
we didn't
does.
rend the women we just said.
Yeah, exactly.
Melissa
We
Jefferson-Wooden
didn't
wasn't there. Sha'Carri wasn't there. Gabby Thomas wasn't there.
none
TG
of
Terry
them.
was there.
TG Terry was there, Kayla White was there, but like they weren't, and especially someone like Kayla White, she wasn't the Kayla White that we just saw at USA's. So, you know, there's some differences. But I mean, we got to be fair. There are worlds. There's many scenarios where Jamaica definitely can win. There's scenarios where Great Britain can also win. Again, it's not too long ago, just last year, Sha'Carri Richardson had to run down Great Britain to get the gold medal at the Olympic Games. So it's not far fetched, but
If that
I,
Great Britain comes this year, if they run the exact same type of race, where do you think America is with what we're realistically going to give? Do you
no,
think we're better? Do you think we're better or worse than we were last year?
I think we're much better, especially with
USA women us.
USA women. I think we're much better, especially considering because Melissa Jefferson-Wooden got a bronze medal last year. She was extremely talented, but she is operating on a different level this year. Like
Do you think
worlds different.
do you think individually we're better or as a team we're better?
I think as a team it's the same because we've seen what USA women specifically are able to do as a team year after year, even with different names. Like people forget, Abby Steiner was on a 4x1 in 2022. Like, and she ran a
But
4 by
Jennifer
one
Andini,
Jenna Prandini was there, and neither of them ran a 4x1 since then. But I think the women have a level of like of consistency, just like a mindset where it's like we're coming together as a team. So add that to Melissa Jefferson Wooden, who's just physically faster. Kayla White, physically faster, right? Even though like Sha'Carri, yes, she's not as fast, but she wasn't
for the
as
moment.
fast in yeah, for the moment. It's like so I think just coming into 2025, the women are on better footing. That's my opinion. But it's like you said, world relays. We saw what happened, so anything technically can happen.
Well, anything might happen, but I'll tell you one thing. It's gold medal or bust. And all these other nations, because when you said Great Britain and Spain, I wasn't scared. No disrespect. I said what I said. I wasn't scared. When I heard Jamaica, I was like, I'll believe it when I see it. You know what
Mm,
I mean? And because I mean, they got to actually go out there and put the pieces together because they've been
hmm.
figuring out their order and figuring out like what is it. And they
Yeah,
did run world relays hard. That's why when you got to understand them losing world relays was a big deal because
that was
they
yeah,
had the most firepower of anybody who stepped to the line and got third.
yeah. They had all they had Shelly Ann, Sharika, and Tina Clayton, all three who are going to the world champs individually. So they had their fire squad there.
Yeah, they were ready. They were
Yeah,
ready. I mean, Tia Clayton was there too. She was like
exactly.
she was over there running in the races and I'm saying like their whole they brought the house.
Yep.
Like so I mean granted and maybe they needed that dry run and maybe that's why they will be better. It's just that there are no safe bets. One thing is for certain though, Team USA women, it's still, and I'll say it one more time, gold medal or bust. Because when you go
Yeah.
3 years in a row, you can't come back to us with anything else and call it success. I get it, y'all are human, but they've just been out talenting the world for so long. I'm just gonna have to believe it's gonna continue.
Yeah. And the only thing I'll say is that if Team USA doesn't win a gold medal, because of the success that they've had, unfortunately, and I think you know I think the coach is a great person, very very successful, but because of the trend that they had, because they brought in a new coach, I think that will be where people might focus their energy as opposed to athletes, which may or may not be fair, but that's what I suspect.
The
But
only way that would not be true is if they somehow ran faster and lost.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
But
point.
I don't see that happening. I don't think again, we've been underachieving on speed and didn't matter.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why it's like, but they've been always getting around.
yeah.
So like it didn't so yeah, but hey, that's the relay.
We'll see.
So
My name is Anderson from The Final Leg.
And I'm Coach Rob from SCA Track and Field. And thank you for watching this segment from the finish line.
If you want to know what's really going on at the high school and college level, be sure to subscribe to Coach Rob Track and Field.
And if you want more content on the best track and field athletes in the world, be sure to subscribe to The Final Leg.